Go on page 6, C, 377239, State of Nevada versus Devin Michaels. May the record reflect that Ms. Michaels is present in custody. Mr. Patrick is here on her behalf. Mr. Giovanni and Ms. Griffith are here on behalf of the state. Mr. Date, time set for sentencing. Are both parties prepared to go forward?
Yes, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor.
All right, state, this is a stipulated sentence. Anything you want to add?
I do just a couple of things, Judge. First, we have 3 victim speakers. I asked that they permitted me speak last.
Okay.
We obviously went to a settlement conference. We stipulated this sentence. I think that the life tale reflects the gravity and the haunting nature of the facts. As you know, the defendant not only murdered her ex, but then desecrated his body by decapitating him and putting chemicals on his body, causing it to burn. The defendant admitted to the fatal blow. She never admitted to the decapitation portion, but the evidence was overwhelming that it was obviously her who did it. Another haunting fact, and something that should be concerning, which supports the life tale, is that the defendant had a corollary child abuse case that pre-existed this. We reviewed, Ms. Griffith and I reviewed the minutes in that case, and it appears that 2 days after she murdered and decapitated her ex, she appeared in court in front of another judge in this courthouse and made representations that she was staying out of trouble, and obviously had that on her conscience at the time, walked right back out of the courthouse, and then ultimately was developed as our suspect and arrested. We take this case very seriously, obviously the family does as well. We believe the sentence reflects the gravity of the crime, so we will submit it. We do have some updates on CTS, which was wrong in the PSI.
Correct. I calculated the credit at 455 days as of today.
Okay, that sounds correct.
Because I calculated it in regards to she was on probation when this offense occurred. She then got that sentence imposed. She was released on that sentence, so she started accumulating the credit on that day, and I have it at 455 days as of today.
Yes, and we also have restitution requests. We've now received documentation.
Actually, I did not receive documentation.
Right, we just received it this morning. We showed it to Mr. Patrick.
Okay.
It's supposed to be $5,000 to VOC.
I have that.
$1,923 to James Willett.
Hold on just one second. $1,923?
Yes.
To who?
James Willett.
Okay.
And $2,500 to Yoko Willett.
How do you spell the first name?
Y-O-K-O.
Okay. Mr. Patrick, have you seen this?
I have, Your Honor.
Okay, what's your position in regards to the restitution?
They had the documentation, we're okay with it.
Okay, state, I'm gonna need you to file that documentation. Because pursuant to the new case law, I can't order restitution without documentation.
Yes, ma'am.
All right? Ms. Michaels, what, if anything, would you like to say before I pronounce sentence against you?
There's so much I want to say. Jonathan was very special, very unique, and I know no matter what I say at this moment, I know right now no one in the family is going to believe me. I know right now no one in the family feels that I am innocent at any point, and I understand that, but I can actually prove my innocence. I actually can, and I'm not going to stop fighting to prove my innocence. I have more than enough, and Jonathan deserves to have the actual person who's guilty behind bars. I was helping Jonathan. I can show that I was trying to help him, and this I know is hurting the family, and I can see it in your faces, and I know your hearts are angry, and they should be, and I'm angry for you. And this is not fair to you. This has been dragging out for almost 2 years. It's not fair to you, and it's not fair to his children, any of them, and it's not right. It really isn't. It's not. I've seen so much that it's just terrible. The way that they manipulated and altered and deleted things is wrong. They should not be able to do it, and they have. And for you to be able to look me in the eye knowing that the things are altered and
You pled guilty, ma'am.
Miss
Still-
Michaels, you are not to address the state. You are to
I'm not
address me.
addressing
You are.
the state. I
You're addressing Mr.
apologize.
Giordani. You are going to address me. What do
My
you want me to
apologies.
say? What do you want to say to me?
My apologies, I wasn't trying to address the state directly. It's just, I was told. I was just told one thing after another, and I truly believed that we were going to do the right thing, and it just didn't happen. I am so sorry for all of this, but I am so sorry. But I didn't do this, and I didn't know this would end up like this. I really didn't. And I will forever apologize to the family. But I don't know how to fix any of this anymore. I don't. I keep listening to what everyone tells me is the best thing to do. Just do this and it'll work out this way, and follow this advice and we'll do this. And I keep listening to the people because they keep saying this is the best advice. It doesn't turn out the way they tell me it will. And it just gets worse and worse. And I don't know what to do anymore.
Judge, I'm not comfortable with this record. I'm willing to let her out of her plea if the court is inclined.
I don't know how to fix this.
All right.
It's just, this wouldn't be appropriate.
I completely understand.
Let's go to trial.
Mr. Giordani. All right. Ms. Michael, Judge Mr. Giordani says that he's willing to let you out of your plea and he's willing to try this case. And you understand that he's willing to try this case on an open murder. So a jury can convict you of a first-degree murder. You understand that? Or do you want to talk to Mr. Patrick about it?
I don't want to talk to Mr. Patrick. He didn't listen to anything I said.
Miss Michaels, I need you to understand what I'm saying to you and answer my question.
Yes.
Do you want to withdraw your plea and go to trial?
Yes, please.
All right. This plea is going to be withdrawn. Mr. Patrick, I need you to have some discussions with your client
Your
about...
Honor, I've moved to withdraw at this time. This case needs to go back to the appointed counsel.
Miss
I will.
Michaels, hold on just one second. Miss Michaels, you need to conduct yourself like this is a courtroom. If you cannot do that, then they're going to remove you because I still have business to conduct.
Yes,
Do you understand? Mr. Patrick?
Judge, respectfully, I move to withdraw and have this case sent back to Office of Appointed Counsel. I am not in a position to accept appointment on this case should it go to trial at this time.
All right. All right, I'm going to have to reach out to the Office of Appointed Counsel and get her a lawyer that's going to be appointed with the understanding this case is 2 years old. This case is not going to sit stagnant and wait around for a trial. So I'm going to reach out to Ms. Bush myself and have a discussion with her in regards to the appointment of counsel because this is not going to be, this case has been delayed extensively and this case is not going to further be delayed so that there is no justice for everybody.
Yes, Your Honor.
And, Your Honor, if I may, that's one of the other reasons, because with Barry Edwards, it would be late next year before I would even consider putting this on as a trial.
Well, I'll reach out to Ms. Bush,
Understood.
July 31st, 9 a.m.
And, Your Honor, do you grant my motion to withdraw, please?
Yes, I'm going to grant your motion to withdraw.
Thank you.
What's on my partner right there? Come on, my partner. What were you guys expecting?
Good morning, Ms. Cardi B.
Good morning.
when we were discussing yesterday at the end, we were talking about the issue where you testified that Miss Ellis was recording you with her cell phone. You remember that?
Yes.
Okay. Do you know what type of cell phone she was using at the time?
I'm not quite sure. I just remember it was square.
What color was the cell phone?
It had a case. It definitely had a case. But
When-
I'm not sure.
Do you know if the type of phone that she was using when she was recording you, would a light go on, or would some kind of noise?
It didn't have a light. It didn't have a light.
So, if the cell phone was facing Miss Ellis, I'm assuming it was. Well, let me ask you that. Was the cell phone that you're talking about, was it facing you or was it facing Miss Ellis?
The camera was facing me. When I got off the elevator, her phone was here. Then when I was walking and she was behind me, and then she said, "Oh my God, y'all, Cardi B, Cardi B." I looked back and the camera was like right there, like practically on her chest type stuff. I'm like, "Yo, why are you recording me?"
Okay. And you've seen, like, you know, police officers where they have a camera on the front of them. Have you ever seen that, where a police officer will have that?
I never seen that, but that was her phone, not a camera.
I understand, but I'm saying, have you ever seen a security officer, a police officer have a special camera on their chest which records what occurs in front of them? I'm not saying she was recording you. I am asking you this question. If she was recording you, why does it matter?
Because she's a security guard and I'm going to a doctor's office. It definitely mattered.
You were causing a disturbance. Maybe
I
she
wasn't
wanted to
causing
record
a
you.
disturbance.
Time out. Let's not talk over each other, number one. Wait for him to finish
Sorry.
asking the question before you answer.
Do you own the building of 8920 Wilshire Boulevard?
No, I was walking to a doctor's office.
Do you agree that you were a guest in that building? You were
Yes.
a visitor, correct? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. When a security officer tells you to leave, are you supposed to leave?
Objection.
Yes or no?
Sustained, it's asked and answered. We covered this yesterday.
You were causing a disturbance in the building.
She started the disturbance.
Did you
I'm
also...
sorry, ma'am, if you hear an objection, please wait.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
That should
What's wrong?
Do you remember yesterday you said that there was a verbal altercation between the two of you? You remember that?
Yes.
Okay. And an altercation is a fight, isn't it? It's a verbal fight. You had a verbal fight with her.
Asked and answered.
Yes or no?
Yes.
Sustained.
You used the F word during that fight, didn't you?
Yes.
What other words did you use? Tell us in your own words what you said.
I said, "Fuck on my face. Why are you in my face? Why are you recording me? Ain't you supposed to be security?"
Tell it to
Why-
her now. Go ahead.
Huh?
Say it again. Say it.
Objection, Your Honor.
You want me to say it to
I
her
want
face?
you to tell it to her face what you said on that day so she can hear it for
The
herself
objection
again.
is sustained.
Your Honor, do we have civility in the
Yeah.
courthouse?
Why don't we just take the temperature down a little bit? If you have factual questions to ask her, please do so. It's not the time to argue with her.
What were the words that you used when you got off the elevator to this security guard who's no longer a security guard at this time?
Objection, argumentative, and also covered yesterday.
It's been covered several times, so it's asked and answered. The objection sustained.
What did you tell Imani Ellis yesterday?
Counsel, you need to move on.
What were you holding in your hand at the time when you got off the elevator?
Objection, argument.
Overruled.
Nothing, correct? You weren't holding anything, were you?
No.
You had both of your hands free to do whatever you wanted to do, correct? Yes or no?
Objection, relevance.
Overruled.
Yes or no?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. And if you wanted to scratch or cut her face with your right hand or your left hand, if you wanted to do it, you could have done it, correct?
But
You're
I
not
didn't.
disabled.
But
right?
I didn't because I had a baby inside me.
How did she
Time
know?
out. Time out. Let's slow down the pace just a little bit before the opportunity to give objections and for the court reporter. What was the objection?
Argumentative, relevance.
Overruled.
And again, I would ask that counsel lower his voice. This isn't.
So, Your Honor, I was told yesterday that my voice was too low by others. So that's why it's a little bit higher today, so that everybody can hear what I could say, as well as the witness.
I think there's a difference between volume and tone. I think the volume is fine, the tone is a little bit argumentative.
Thank you very much, Your Honor. I apologize for that. I will try to do my best to tone it down. So, again, I will ask you to tell us and admit to this fact that you are not disabled, correct?
I'm not what?
Are you disabled?
At that moment, no.
No. Are you disabled?
Overruled.
Are you disabled? Yes or no?
At that moment, when you're pregnant, I'm very disabled. You want me to tell you the things I can't do?
Fine. What was your disability on February 24th of 2018? What was your disability?
I was pregnant. I couldn't protect myself, even if I wanted to. She's like twice my size.
No problem, no problem. Let me ask you this. How many
Counsel, if you
months
ask a
pregnant
question,
were
you
you?
need to wait for the answer.
Okay, yes.
You done, man?
How many months pregnant were you?
I was around 13 to 12 weeks.
Months? 4 months? 3 months?
Mm.
3 to 4 months. Fair enough? Did you have a bulging belly?
No, I didn't.
Did Miss Imani Ellis know that you were pregnant?
Objection calls for speculation.
Do you know if Imani Ellis knew that you were pregnant when you walked out of that elevator?
No, I didn't know. But she knows that I'm a patient. When you're a patient to go see a medical anything, you shouldn't even try to fight nobody. You don't know what disability they have.
Okay. Now let me ask you this question. When you say you were disabled, were you disabled in your upper extremity, your arms? Were your arms disabled? The reason I'm asking is I want to make it very clear for everybody that your arms can go up and down, and they could go up and down now, and they could go up and down on that day as well. You agree to this?
Objection, argumentative, asked and answered in a different way, and I guess that's fine.
I'll let you can answer this once. Please don't ask it again.
If my arms were disabled? No, my arms weren't disabled. No.
Can you raise your arms up?
Objection, Your Honor.
Can you? You don't have to do it physically. I'm saying, are you able to do it?
Yes.
And on that day, you were able to do it as well. Correct?
If I wanted to, yes.
Okay. That's all I'm asking. Aside from your disability of being 3 to 4 months pregnant, did you have any other disabilities?
No. No.
Do you have a disabled placard? Are you legally disabled in any way?
Why don't you move on, counsel?
And the hoodie that you had on, what color was it? Was it black, white, yellow, purple, pink?
I really don't remember.
And was the hoodie over your head or
Yes.
no? You wore it for what reason over your head? To protect your identity?
It could be very. I don't really want people to recognize me. My hair not done, my makeup not done. I probably just woke up. A lot of reasons.
And when you went there in the afternoon at 1:30 p.m., had you just woken up at that moment? Well, shortly before 1:30 p.m. on a Saturday?
Objection, relevance.
Sustained.
When you went to the building at 1:30 p.m., were you fasting or you had eaten something before you went to see the doctor?
Sustained.
Now, when you saw Miss Imani Ellis and you got out of the elevator, not asking who did what, I'm asking was there any contact between you and her of any kind? What that means is fingers to fingers, shoes to shoes, knees to knees, any contact between you and Imani Ellis of any kind. Was there? Yes or no?
No.
So she didn't touch you, correct?
No.
So if somebody comes here and testifies that she did do something to you physically, you disagree with that testimony, or you will, correct?
She didn't touch me.
Okay.
She didn't get to touch me. No. She was going to touch me, but she didn't get to touch
When you
me.
say she was going to touch you, how do you know that? You
Because
assume?
we were chest to chest at one point.
So then your chest did touch, right?
I'll say that, but you did say when I got off the elevator,
Okay.
we
Let's-
we walked a little bit. That's when we got chest to chest. When we got off the elevator, we didn't do no contact.
I understand. So here's how we're going to do this. The date of the incident is February 24th of 2018. You agree?
Yes.
Now I'm going to talk to you about the whole day. Not just the minute you got off the elevator. When I say the whole day, from the moment you got off the elevator, you saw Monty Ellis, you had your fight with her, whether it was verbal or not. At some point, she went away and you went away.
Mm-hmm.
So during that segment of time of your
Yes.
life, which was how many minutes in your opinion? 5 minutes, 2 minutes, 1 minute?
It was probably like a minute 45. It was so quick.
Perfect.
It was really quick.
Perfect. So from during the 1 minute and 45 seconds,
No. I didn't say 1 minute
You know,
45
we haven't
seconds.
had a question yet. Please phrase one that's intelligible.
during the few minutes or 1 minute or whatever minutes it was that you were with Imani Ellis, during that period of time of your life and her life, during that segment, just told us now, during that time period, at some point, you were chest to chest. You agree?
Yes.
There was physical contact between her chest and your chest, correct?
Yes.
Now, when you had the chest-to-chest contact, at that moment, were you angry?
I was mostly nervous.
Were you angry?
Yes, I was angry.
How angry were you?
Depends on the level of angry, to
Right.
be honest with you.
Let's talk about the levels. I'm going to go from a scale of 1 to 10. On the scale of 1 to 10, what was the level of your anger when you were chest to chest with this person?
Objection.
On the date of the incident.
Sorry, objection taken, ridiculous.
Assisting.
You were at a high level of anger when you were chest to chest with her, correct?
Objection, argumentative.
Overruled.
I don't think I was like on a high level of angry. I was more on a high level of concern. Very concerned.
And why were you concerned?
Because I'm pregnant and this girl's about to beat my... Hello?
Hello. Hello, I'm here. So, when she was going to beat you, like you just testified, what did she do to have you believe that she was going to beat you? What did she do?
She was on my face, chest to chest, and while we arguing, she's backing me. So we practically arguing, and I'm backing, and she's like walking forward.
Right. And she's, you said she's bigger than you, is that correct?
Absolutely.
How do you know that?
I mean, look.
I'm looking, I don't agree with that. What is your basis? Are you saying she's physically bigger, she's taller?
I mean, you have her medical records,
I don't
right?
have anything. I want to ask you the question.
I mean, I was 130 pounds at that time.
So she's overweight, right? In your opinion.
Objection, relevant.
Assisting.
She's a little...
You don't need to answer me.
Okay. Did you make fun of her that she was overweight when you were there in the hallway?
I don't think so.
Did you call her fat?
No, I was calling her a... Yes.
Do you think that's respectful to call a security guard a bitch?
Objection,
Assisting.
relevant.
Is that how you talk to everybody?
Objection.
Assisting.
Now, you said you felt, I don't know the words. Let's go back to it. Did you feel scared, threatened, afraid at the moment your chest was touching?
Absolutely.
You were scared?
Absolutely.
And you had your cell phone on you, right?
I did, but she's in my face.
That's fine.
Just focus on the question and just answer.
Did you use your cell phone to call Karan Newton, your security guard, who was downstairs, or the police?
Objection.
Did you call anybody?
Taken,
For help.
Overruled.
When I got inside the doctor's office and I said like on the little bed thing, I told him, yo, you wouldn't even believe what just happened. Meet me downstairs when I leave. I'm gonna call you when I leave.
If you were really scared and really afraid, isn't it true that you could have called your security guards to come upstairs and help you? Or you could have called the police. That was a possibility because you had your phone in your hand, correct?
Objection. Compound mischaracterizes the testimony that the phone was in my hand.
Sustained.
You had your phone in your pocket on the date of the incident?
Objection relevance.
Sustained.
Can we agree that you didn't call your security guard to help you after the incident, correct? To help you. You did call him, but you didn't call him to come upstairs.
I apologize. I thought it was mischaracterizes the testimony.
Over. You know.
I didn't call him to help me. It was already done. It was done.
Okay, now let's talk about the fingernails. Okay, fingernails.
Something new?
Well, I want to show a couple of things about the fingernails. So, this side of the ruler, okay, is 2 centimeters. You need to bring it closer. Can you see it from there?
Objection, Your Honor. You went over this yesterday.
I'm sorry.
2 centimeters. You know the size of 2 centimeters? How big it is?
As an answer, yes.
I have like an understanding of how it would be. Yeah.
2 centimeters. It's a little bit less than an inch. Okay? Now, Miss Imani Ellis had a scar to her face of 2 centimeters long, and she received plastic surgery for that. And my question to you is, did you at any time see a scar on Miss Imani Ellis's face, or a cut, or a scrape, at any time during the time of the incident?
No. And she couldn't get a scratch from me because I didn't touch her.
I understand that's what you're saying. I get it. Did you look at Miss Imani Ellis's left cheek at any time during the incident? Did you specifically look for that because you thought there might be a scar on her face? Or did you not look?
Objection. Compound and relevance.
Sustained.
Did you look at Miss Imani Ellis's face when you were arguing with her at the time of the incident?
I was looking at her face, but I wasn't looking like, she got a pimple on her face? No, I wasn't looking at her details or anything.
So, getting back to the letter you wrote to Mrs. Severs, Bonnie Severs, you said, now that a jury has found me not guilty of conspiracy, as well as a jury has found me unarmed, as you stated earlier, meaning I am not the armed killer, it was now safe for you to send her these details, right?
No, it's still not. Like right now, my testimony is still not safe because as I give this testimony, you will later use it against me to try to charge me with accessory as after the fact, something that my lawyers removed as one of the underlying offenses and argued at trial that I was guilty of but not charged with.
Mr. Rogers, you're convicted of second-degree murder. It's our plan to keep you convicted of that.
Objection, that's not a question.
Sustained.
Withdrawn. You said in that letter, here are some facts about the case that I would greatly appreciate you researching and sharing. You wanted Mrs. Severs to provide you with some assistance and information with reference to this letter you sent her, correct?
Absolutely not. I'm telling her that her son is an innocent man and telling her to look into the discovery, the same discovery that's available to the public right now that actually you could get on any cell phone and watch some of these interrogation videos.
and her son is innocent because you say he's innocent.
It's
Right?
my word versus Curtis Wainwright and his 26 confessions.
And the physical evidence, right?
Physical evidence is on my side.
And Ms. Shoemaker is also incorrect, right?
Ms. Showmaker, I agree with most things that she says as far as discarding evidence, even her alleged so-called confession where she says, we were laying in bed. She claims that despite us lying about going to Florida, she says that she told me that she knows that we had something to do with it. And I told her, yeah. She asked what the murder weapon was. I told her a hammer.
You told
I never told her.
You told her we did it with a hammer.
No, I did not. Showmaker's also changed her testimony numerous times. Again, I told her, yes, we had something to do with it. Yes, what the murder weapon was. That was it. There is no any other information I provided Taylor Showmaker about this murder.
So that big detail that you said we did it.
I didn't say we did
Let
it.
me finish my question. You said we did it as opposed to he did it. That's a pretty big error for a woman to make regarding the father of her child, right?
Is there a question here?
I just asked you.
It was too
That's a
long.
pretty big error for a woman to make regarding the father of her child. Isn't that correct?
For 19 grand, she has plenty of motive.
Money is a good motivator, right?
That has been your argument since day one.
Just a minute, Your Honor.
Yes, sir.
So, Mr. Rogers, you said earlier that you were scared of Mr. Wright.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Wright came to jail in Lee County back in 2015, right? We had him locked up.
Yes, sir.
Couldn't get out, right? And even then, you didn't volunteer this information, right?
No,
That's a
no.
No, okay.
I'm speaking here. So I gave my
Well,
lawyers,
I'd like to ask my next question.
but you didn't give me, I never answered your first question.
You said no.
That it was not my answer. My answer is what I'm trying to say right now.
Okay.
Is I told my lawyers exactly what I'm saying right now. And my lawyers, because how they explained to me, just like the lawyer that I got after my second interrogation, as well as whenever we got Kathleen Fitzgeorge as my lawyer after my fifth interrogation, all explained to me that how this works is I'm supposed to tell my lawyers what I know. My lawyers then relay it to the prosecutor in exchange for a plea bargain. My attorneys have told me after speaking with you that you were not interested in any story that would not help you further your case against Mark Sievers and this conspiracy theory, nor were you interested in any information I had about the other murders that Curtis Wainwright committed because it would hurt this case, was what my lawyers told me.
Really?
Yes, sir.
And so then you went to trial and you were found guilty by the jury, all right? All this time, Mr. Wright is now pled. He's going to prison for 25 years. You still didn't tell us this story, did you?
I, again, wanted to speak. My
Yes or
lawyer,
no?
I did not.
And then you were sentenced for second-degree murder, sentenced to life. And you still didn't tell us the story, right?
At what point in time was I supposed to, and how?
So you mean to say that despite, you told us how scared you were of Mr. Wright. Mr. Wright is locked up. Mr. Wright is going to prison, and you were still scared?
Who was I supposed to tell this to is what I'm asking you. I told it to my attorneys.
You had pen and a piece of paper. You didn't consult with your attorneys before you wrote that letter, did you? Did you?
I spoke with my attorney that was doing my direct appeal and told her that I planned to write that. She told me that she did not suggest it for the exact reason that she said that anything that I write will be used against me in the court of law in every single way possible. She said that they don't say what you say can be used against you, it will be used against you.
You've answered the question. You didn't write this letter until after you were sentenced, and you did this despite what your lawyer told you, correct?
Yes, sir. She ill-advised me and told me not to do it, that it was not in my interest.
You were also asked by defense counsel about your service in the military, correct?
30 years ago, yep.
And eventually you left, separated from the military, correct? From the Army?
Correct.
And what kind of separation did you receive?
OTH,
What is that?
other than honorable.
And why was that?
As I said earlier, because I had caught another case.
You caught another case.
Yes.
Is that what you said?
Yes.
So you received a dishonorable separation from the Army, correct?
There's different ones of that. No, there's a different one.
It's not that one.
It's other than honorable. There's dishonorable, there's a bad conduct, and there's good conduct. So it's the one step below good conduct.
Other than honorable,
Yes.
which means not honorable, right?
Argumentative.
Other than honorable, it means what it says, right? Correct?
You would have to look up the regulation to figure that out, because I'm telling you the status of it. I don't go into the details. I don't have the regulation sitting in front of me. There's a regulation for it.
See this?
Yep.
Baker's discharge will be characterized as other than honorable. You see that?
I just said that.
That means not honorable,
Objection,
right?
Your Honor, that's what you testified to. This has been asked and answered. It's argumentative.
Why did you receive an other than honorable discharge from the Army?
Objection calls for it. No foundation calls for it.
It's overruled.
You said you caught a case, right? What kind of case?
It was a lewd and lascivious act with a minor.
One?
It was one person.
One count?
I don't know the counts. I don't know how they got the counts. I just went along with the deal.
Well, how many counts did you plead to?
Objection irrelevant.
It's overruled.
I don't remember. I really don't. I know it was just one person, not 7 people.
Who said anything about 7 people?
No one. That's what I'm saying. It sounds like you're trying to say that.
Oh, no, I'm going to tell you exactly, and I'm going to ask you a question. Whose...
Wow. You're going to put her name out there like that, huh?
No, you did that by getting up on the stand.
I'm done with this, man. I'm done with this. I'm not trying to bring her up in this.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to bring. She's a victim in this. I'm not trying
Sir, just have a seat. Right there. Let's see, counsel. please.
Yes, Your Honor. You want to tell us who she is?
I'm not talking about that case anymore. That has nothing to do with this one.
Your
So
Honor?
I'm done, man. I'm done.
Information that can be inquired. Please answer the question.
I'm not answering any questions regarding that case. It has nothing to do with this one.
You referred to it as a stupid case in your interviews with law enforcement, correct?
What case is that?
The case that you're saying you're going to refuse to talk about.
Oh, yeah, I'm done
Right?
talking. I'm done talking about it.
So you were convicted in this particular case of 6 counts, right? Your Honor?
Answer the question, please.
Judge, I'm not going to answer these questions.
Sir, here's the issue. You have to answer the question.
I don't see the relevance in this whole thing between one or the other.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to excuse me for a couple of seconds outside, please. The evidence on file.
Your private attorneys, you met with them to prepare for your testimony?
I didn't need to prepare.
You didn't need to prepare?
No.
So you didn't meet your private attorneys at all to discuss your testimony?
I don't need to.
I understand you don't need to. My question was different.
Cause for yes, sir.
Oh, wait, say the question again, please.
You did not meet with your private attorneys who flew here with you in preparation for your testimony?
No, they just here to support me. But I don't need to prep. I don't need to prep.
It's not responsive. Everything you have to know is sir.
Okay. Now, yesterday, you testified that before the shooting, you had nothing but love for Rocky, right?
Correct.
And you said that if you said the word fuck to Rocky, it was with love, right?
I don't know what you mean by that. You gotta explain again.
No, I don't. I'll tell you your testimony. Go ahead. Take a look at the screen.
Text messages, I always still, like, how you say it, like, compliment you almost pick them up for success. At the same time, like, you're doing bad. Okay. But then the same text messages, like, I never was like just straight out like, oh, fuck you. I never said fuck you, probably did, but it was like real wishy-washy in the sense like love, like, I don't know, you know, but I never bring up the actual text message I'm talking about. We ain't gotta go back and forth.
All right, hold on. When anybody asks you a question, you lawyers, just answer the question. Don't volunteer something. If they want to flesh it out more, Mr. Lewin might want to do it, Mr. Tacopina might want to do it, then it's okay. But if you're asked a yes or no question, just the answer is either yes, no, I don't remember, or I don't know. Don't volunteer anything, right?
Can you say that again?
Say yes?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Well, did you hear your testimony?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. And when you said, if I said, fuck you, it was with love, right? That's what you said.
I don't get what you're saying. Sorry.
What did you hear yourself just say?
I don't get what you're saying.
Here's my question. Here it comes. What did you hear yourself just say?
But what are you getting at? I don't get what you're saying.
Don't worry about what I'm getting at.
But explain it again.
Mr.
I'm
President,
getting confused. I'm getting
All right,
confused. What are you
just
saying?
listen. He's asking you, did you hear your testimony?
Mm-hmm.
Yes? He's just asking you.
Did I say it? Did I say, I don't know. Can you explain the question?
Play it again.
Play it again.
No, I don't want to text message question.
Listen to this again.
I know text messages. I always still, like, how you say it, like, complimented them, pick them up for their success. At the same time, like, you doing bad. Okay. But then the same text messages, like, I never was like just straight out like, oh, fuck you. I never said fuck you. Probably did, but it was like real wishy-washy in the sense like love. Like, I don't know, you know, but I never really got a response to that.
He just wants to ask you questions about what you said that you just saw.
Okay.
Was that truthful testimony?
Truthful, can you explain the question again? I don't know what I'm saying. Yes, I know it's
Did you just see yourself?
No, but you're not explaining the question.
Here's my question.
I see myself, but you're not explaining. So what I'm supposed to say is yes or no to.
Look, just listen. Did you
It's
see
not
yourself?
simple.
Did you see yourself?
I see myself.
Did you hear yourself?
I heard myself.
Was that truthful?
What's truthful?
What you just said.
That I love him or like we was cool? I don't know what you mean. I said a lot of things.
The part that you said, if I said, fuck you, it was sort of wishy-washy with love, you know? That part.
Okay,
that
it's true. True.
True?
Yeah.
In fact, on September 18th, 2021, at 8:19 a.m., you text Rocky, fuck everything about you, fake ass gay nigga. Right?
Of course not.
Of course not? Okay. I'm going to show you a text message now. Take a look, Mr. Allen.
What is it legitimate?
Yes.
All right.
Really?
Hold on. This is defense C. C is in charge.
September 18th, 2021, 8:19 a.m. No matter how much a nigga tried, you not charging, I think they're changing. Fuck everything about you, you fake ass nigga. I dead hate you. Sucker ass guy nigga, then you change guy to gay. Remember sending that message?
Bro, this is in 21.
I understand. Everything we're talking about here today is in 21. Every text message he showed you yesterday was in 21.
Yeah, but you asked me now, do I remember? You're not showing me nothing else pertaining to the text message, so I probably did right there. Is that for me?
That's for me.
Okay, that's cool.
That's cool. Okay. So was that wishy-washy with love when you wrote that?
I mean, you're not showing me the rest of the conversation, so I can't really.
Was that wishy-washy with love?
Yes.
That was wishy.
Yes.
Sucker ass gay nigga.
Yes.
That was with love.
Yes.
By the way, before we start talking about the events surrounding November 6th, 2021, which we will talk about, Mr. Efron.
Can you pull up the rest of the text message?
Mr. Efron, here's what we're going to do. I'll ask the questions. You're going to answer them. Okay, if you can. Before we talk about the events of November 6, 2021, which you spent 2 days testifying about, I'd like to talk a little bit about you and some of the things you testified to. Money is particularly important to you, Mr. Efron, correct?
No.
It's not important to you.
I mean, you need it, but no.
Okay. In November 2021, You told people that you were a millionaire, correct?
What?
You do not understand my question.
I don't understand this. Yes, no, I don't know.
Which you got all three in there. Yes, no, I
I'm
don't.
talking about 21. I told somebody I do so much stuff. I don't know what's the contents of what you talking about.
Okay, you know a guy named Wally?
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 Okay, so what? I'd probably say yes or no. I don't care. Like, what is this about?
You probably said yes, no, I don't care. That's your answer?
What is me being the... I don't get it, but no. Yes, no, I don't know.
Pick one. Pick one for the jury. Anyway.
I don't know. It's been so long. I can tell people whatever I want. If I'm a millionaire, not a millionaire, like what? I'm not a millionaire, but what does that got to do with this case?
Mr. Efron, just answer the question. He asked you a yes or no question. Ask the question.
But I don't want to get this right wrong. I don't know what is he.
Let me answer.
Listen to the question, and the answer is either going to be yes, no, or I don't know. I don't know. Ask the question.
In November 2021, did you tell Wally, to Jimmy, we know who he is, right? The ID guy?
Okay, yeah.
No. Did you tell him that you were a millionaire?
You gotta show me the. I don't remember.
You don't remember?
I don't remember.
Go ask another question.
It's important to you that you portray a very lavish lifestyle of extreme wealth, right, Mr. Efron?
No.
It's not. Okay. You told this jury yesterday that after this incident, you don't have a social media presence anymore.
That misstates the testimony.
Yeah, no.
You don't have social media presence anymore.
No, I don't.
Your username on Instagram is Relly Balls, right?
That is.
And on your Instagram profile is a featured story you call Lifestyle, right?
It is.
All right.
Wait, would you repeat the name is Relly what?
Relly Boss.
Boss.
Boss. Like you are, boss.
My lifestyle has nothing to do with this man.
I told you, don't volunteer anything. Just answer the questions.
And under the lifestyle features, the cover photo of the lifestyle feature in your Instagram is a thumbnail image of a private jet, right?
I think that was the jet I was on with Jabari, but yeah.
Okay. Again, going back to this because you just told this jury that portraying a lavish lifestyle of extreme wealth is not important to you.
I mean, it's not. There's so much other important things in life, but I mean, you need money.
Okay. There is on that lifestyle portion of your Instagram is several photos. I'm going to show you a few. One is defense of now.
The next in order? D is in David.
D. That's something you posted, right? You put it up first.
Well, what is it?
Okay. It's a photo from his Instagram lifestyle. It's one of the 7.
Dated when?
Dated December, we'll get to the case, don't you worry, Mr. Efron. December 29th, 2022. That's you posting a private jacket, right?
Okay.
Okay. And what you wrote there, if it ain't about money, ain't liking you.
No, it says Lincoln.
Ain't Lincoln?
Linkin.
Why okay?
Yeah. Like, why don't you show on my Instagram? I'm already getting death threats. People threatening my daughter. Like, what's going on here?
Who gave you that, Mr. Efron?
The whole world.
The world threatened you? The whole world gave you
Because
that?
of what you're saying.
Because I'm asking you a question on your Instagram.
Because you're saying I'm extortionist and all of this, and you're putting my whole life on. This is getting really annoying.
No one is calling you an extortionist.
You're going to get. What does this have to
Mr.
do
Efron,
with the
you're going to
case?
get through a lot faster if you just answer the questions. If somebody asks an improper question, I won't allow it to go forward. If you're being asked a question that's lawful in a courtroom, just answer it. Even if it makes you mad, even if you don't see the point of it, just answer the questions as truthfully as you can regardless of who asked. Please do that, okay? Yes?
Yes.
So what do you mean by if it ain't about money, I ain't linking you? What does that mean?
I don't know, it's a phrase.
And what did you mean by it? You posted it, what does it mean?
Nothing.
How about this next one? This is defense, E?
E is in Edward.
E is in Edward. From your Instagram lifestyle. That's you, sir, in a Mercedes with the caption, "More funds is the focus right now." And that's June 5th, 2023.
Hey, what's wrong with that?
Mr. Efron, I'm asking you a question. I'm not saying anything's wrong.
Okay, what's up?
What do you mean by that? More funds is the focus right now.
I mean, trying to get successful. Like, what do you mean? I do private equity, I do a lot of things, but I don't understand these questions. Why am I answering questions about my Instagram?
Well, you talked a lot about your lifestyle yesterday, about your business, and right now you just mentioned private equity, which we'll get to, and how you earned your money, right? We're talking about that. So you just said you're creating a lavish life, it's not important to you. So I'm talking about some of the postings on your Instagram, like this next one.
But Instagram is a place of, like, I don't see how you basing me as a person off my Instagram.
Okay.
Let's take a 10-minute break.
You talking about my Instagram?
Explain to Mr. Efron the various roles.
With regard to some preliminary matters, I want to call attention to the fact that the court staff has done a fine job pointing me in the right direction, getting me to the right places, helping with scheduling. So I guess I want to acknowledge the Pike County Common Pleas Court staff, and then carry that a step further is to acknowledge the Pike County Sheriff's Department and the STAR transport team with regards to logistics and public safety. So to the extent that the sheriff provides a lot of resources, the court wants to acknowledge that also. The process today will be as follows. There's some legal matters to take care of with regard to Angela's case and Jake's case. Best way to introduce them that way. So I'll take care of those preliminary matters after the sentencing involving Rita Newcomb, because that's a relatively straightforward case. But with regard to the legal matters, what I'll do then is this. First, have the state make a recommendation on all three cases, have the victim's statement on all three cases, sentence Ms. Newcomb after hearing from her lawyer and her. Then I'll switch to Angela Wagner's case, work on merger, then I'll work on Jake Wagner's case with regard to merger and sentencing. So we're going to do one state recommendation, we're going to do one victim statement that applies to all of them, and then we're going to individually sentence three people. There's a lawyer here on behalf of the victims, Ms. Gall or Golly?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Gall on behalf of the victims.
Gall, G-A-L-L-E, but Gall. Thank you for being here. The only unresolved issue is whether or not the victim representative, who you identified as TR, would like that person's identity or their statement to be televised. They have the right to confidentiality, so I just need to know for the media how you want to do that.
Your Honor, there are actually going to be four victims that would like to address the court, and per the Constitution and their rights, that they do have the right to be heard at any public proceeding involving sentencing, especially. And I can get citations for that if you'd like, but TR is actually not going to speak. It is going to be for others. I believe Angie Kneppa is reading two of those statements on behalf of the victims, and then there's a mother that would like to speak, and a niece that would like to speak.
So let's have an understanding. I just wanted to know first whether they wanted to be seen or not. So can you answer that for me?
They have no objection to being recorded.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Now, the second question would be, why at the 12th hour you tell me that you have other victims and you entered appearances for people you haven't entered appearances on? I'm going to give you what you want. To a point. Because obligation to come in and represent people doesn't mean to come in and change the script. So there's 10 minutes allocated to whatever 4 people are going to speak. I just need to have an identity for the record. If you want to use initials and give the court reporter their names, that'd be fine. But like you entering an appearance on behalf of somebody that doesn't want to speak really doesn't work for me. So don't answer that. Just understand that I'll give your 4 people 10 minutes, and I want their identity, and you want to give me initials, that's fine. Just write down their names so I have it for the record. Understand? Do you understand? Do you understand? So you can make the record after we're done. Now, do you understand what I just said?
Yes, and
Thank you. Okay, then sit down. Thank you. So, with regard to Ms. Newcomb's case, it's Mr. Gerlach, right?
Yes, that's correct.
Nice to meet you. So, appreciate your representation, Mr. Gerlach. Any questions about the process? This recommendation from the state on all 3 cases, then the victim, then your statement, your defendant's statement, and then I'll sentence. Understand all that?
That's correct.
Does that work for you?
Yes, it works.
Okay, good enough. So, Ms. Konepka, go ahead.
I just want to clarify, Your Honor, you want me to make a recommendation for Ms. Newcomb?
All 3.
Okay. I would like to first place on the record, Your Honor, I did not file a written sentencing memorandum as to Ms. Newcomb. However, I am making the same objection to the timing of the sentencing that I made in both Angela and Jacob Wagner's case, specifically, Your Honor, as this court knows, based on Gilbert Holding. The agreement at the time that these agreements were reached between the parties, there was also an agreement that the sentencing would be delayed until after the dispositions or resolutions of all of the remaining co-defendants in the case. At Ms. Newcomb's time in 2019.
Are you going to make a recommendation on sentencing?
I am, Your Honor.
I got your objection. It's been in the record 5 times. I don't need to hear it again. It's overruled, so please make your recommendation.
I understand the court is going to overrule me, but I need to make a record.
So, Mr. O'Brien, be ready to stand in, because there's no public debate today. The argument I'm hearing from your co-counsel has been beaten dead. It's been beaten dead. I asked her to make a sentencing recommendation. I asked her previously not to talk over me. The next thing that happens is she'll move to the back of the courtroom, and after that she'll be escorted out of the building, in which case you need to be ready to step in, because I'm not interested in old hash. She objected so many times, I have it in my sleep. I don't need it again. It's in the record. So I'm going to ask her again to make a sentencing recommendation on all 3 cases. If that doesn't work, then I'll take some disciplinary action. It's really easy to follow the rules until you don't have respect for the rules. So there's no debate today. We're just going to do this. I'd like you to be ready to step in case it doesn't work for her. Understand?
Yes, Your Honor. Only thing I would say for the record is that I'm not privy to the previous plea agreements on Jake and Angela and Ms. Newcomb, so I need some time to review those before I would if required.
I understand. Thank you. They're all in writing. Thanks.
And at least I think that Ms. Vanessa should be ready to proceed.
I hope so.
Recommendations on
Yeah,
all 3 cases.
that's what I asked for. Now, recommendations.
Certainly, Your Honor. Regarding Ms. Newcomb, Your Honor, I'm deferring to the court on that. We did not have an agreed sentence in that case, and she has been very cooperative, and she did testify in George's case, and the case has been obviously pending for 5 years now, slightly more than 5 years now, slightly under 5 years, I guess, since her plea. And so I would defer to the court as to what Ms. Newcomb's sentence should be. As to Ms. Wagner, Angela Wagner, I'll proffer my objections after the court hearing so that I don't disturb the court any further on that. But I would simply ask the court to go along with the joint recommendation of 30 years. I know Mr. Crankheim filed a sentencing memorandum in which he indicated that per a recent ruling, I believe December 9th, the court can only run 2 of the gun specifications consecutively. There are 6-year gun specs on multiple offenses, so of course the state would request that the court impose the 6-year gun specifications as the 2 counts. And then I don't really care how else the court gets to the 30 jointly recommended sentence. As to, I will note for the record that Ms. Wagner did appear and testify in her son's case, George Wagner's, in 2022, and the state believed, or believes still, that she testified truthfully in that case, so I would put that on the record as well. Regarding Edward Jacob Wagner, similarly, Your Honor, would respectfully request, and I obviously did forward sentencing memorandums, that basically says the same things, but that we would request that the court go along with the joint recommendation in this case, which is specifically, and I provided a chart to the court, just because I know at some point the court has to create a sentencing entry, and outlaying what the maximum sentence is in each of those. That was the joint recommendation, is that he receive maximum consecutive sentences. I think at the time that Judge Deering took the plea, obviously he also indicated he would be going along with the joint recommendations for what that's worth. And I believe during the colloquy with Mr. Wagner, he did ask him if he understood that he would probably, that he would not live outside of prison. And Mr. Wagner indicated that he understood that. The sentence that was jointly recommended is the same sentence that his brother, George Wagner, got, and they are very similarly situated in that both of them went up on the hill that night and were responsible for the deaths of these 8 individuals, I should say, and on Fort Road. So again, Your Honor, I would respectfully request that the court impose the jointly recommended sentences. These were very carefully negotiated and constructed agreements. Both parties were fully represented, and these were the recommendations of all parties involved.
Thank you very much. So, Ms. Gall, how do you want to introduce your first victim? Initials?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so who's first?
Nancy Jo, right?
Correct.
And we have not met before, correct?
We have not.
Okay. And you stated that your husband, or my husband, told you that he was going through a divorce. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And did you have any way to verify that?
No, I didn't try to verify that.
Okay. So did it surprise you later to find out that we were not in the process of a divorce?
Charles was in the process of a divorce.
He was not in the process of a divorce. Did it surprise you to find that out? You've seen it all on TV where we're not getting divorced.
Okay.
So on the website that you met him, did he say he was divorced?
I'm not certain.
Would you have gone on a date with him if he would have said he was married?
If I would have realized how married he still was, maybe not. But I just met for dinner. I wasn't sleeping with him or anything.
Do you go on dates with married men?
Not
naturally?
Argumentative. I'm going to also object under 611 for harassment.
All right. I'll sustain the objection.
Your Honor, do I not have a right to cross-examine this witness for what she has already testified to?
You can cross-examine her about what she's testified to.
So you did go on a date with a married man,
I went on a date with Charles.
but you did not know he was married.
I knew his divorce was not final.
His divorce was not started.
Okay.
Okay. So in your text messages, you asked Charles if he was a good kisser. Is that correct?
Maybe, sure.
Did he answer that text message?
I'm
gonna
sure.
object to
I'm sure he did.
relevance. Again, 611, harassment.
I'll sustain the objection for relevance and hearsay.
So are you trying to tell me and this jury that you went on one date with my husband and he told you all the details of our lives?
I'm telling you the truth, and that's what I know.
So you spent your whole date getting to know each other, talking about me.
Don't flatter yourself. No, we did not spend the whole time talking about you.
You knew a lot about me, right?
I knew what I've testified to.
What else did you talk about on your date?
Lots of things.
Like what, for instance?
Life, kids, the church, lots of things.
Okay. Did he tell you about anything about our other 4 children?
Yes,
So you knew that we did have 5 children as well?
I did.
Okay. Did he talk to you about my daughter Tylee?
He did.
Did he talk about his relationship with her?
I don't recall that.
Did he talk about the contention in his relationship with my daughter Tylee?
I don't recall that.
I'm sure you don't.
And I'm going to object to comments by the defendant made after questions, testifying.
We'll sustain the objection.
On your date, you talked about my husband was a life insurance salesman, is that correct?
I knew he did something with money and insurance, but I really didn't know the details of what he did for work. Like I said, I don't ask the details about what someone does for work when I'm trying to get to know someone.
But you knew that he sold life insurance, you stated that.
I believe that I had a vague understanding that he did something with insurance.
And then he brought that up again at dinner.
No, we didn't talk about his work at dinner.
I thought you said you did talk about, and correct me if I'm wrong, you said you did talk about that he changed the life insurance policy at dinner.
Well, you were asking me if we talked about that he sold insurance, which that didn't happen. But yes, he did tell me that he changed the beneficiary of his life insurance policy at dinner.
Did he tell you how much his life insurance policy was for?
Yes, he did.
What did he say?
$1 million.
Did he tell you how much my life insurance policy was for?
I do not recall.
You don't recall?
We didn't talk about you very much in that vein.
When did you talk to him about me very much then? If it wasn't at dinner, was it in your text messages?
We were talking about what he was going through in the process of separating from you, not about what your life insurance policy was worth. And we talked about you on the phone, and when I say you, meaning what he was doing as he was going through this separation.
So let me understand. You were dating some different men on this website, right? From the websites?
Sure.
Would you say it was common for men to be talking so much about their supposed ex-wives during their conversations with a potential...
It's actually very common.
Really?
Really.
Interesting.
And again, Your Honor, I'm going to object to the defendant making comments after her questions. And
I'm
move
sorry,
to
Your
strike.
Honor. I won't do that again.
All right, please stop.
I'll
now.
just ask the questions.
Thank you.
So there were some text messages between you and my husband after the dinner on July 10th. Is that correct?
Correct.
What time would those text messages have occurred?
After dinner.
What time?
10:45-ish.
10:45 to what?
I'm not certain, ma'am. After dinner.
10:45 to midnight, maybe?
I just told you I don't know. Maybe.
What did you discuss in those text messages?
And I'm going to object to relevance again. If there's a specific area.
Sustained.
You testified a minute ago that Charles told you a lot of things about his wife. You didn't say ex-wife, but you said wife. Is that correct?
Okay, sure.
What were a lot of things?
The things that I've testified to.
Can you be more specific?
Am I allowed to do a narrative then?
Let's go on sidebar.
Good morning, Ms. McCabe.
Good morning.
When was the last time you spoke with Carrie Roberts before your testimony today?
She called me last night.
What did y'all discuss?
She asked if my daughters were going to be staying home from school today because her daughter would possibly join them.
Did you discuss anything having to do with your testimony?
Not my testimony, no.
Did you discuss anything in that conversation with her prior testimony?
No.
Are you aware that she testified last week?
Yes.
Did you discuss anything after that, after she testified with her about her testimony?
No.
We know that through her testimony that you had a conversation with her the morning that she testified.
Yes.
Right? Did you discuss what you anticipated to be her testimony in that conversation before she testified?
No.
Have you and Ms. Roberts ever discussed anything about either one of your testimonies, either in the last proceeding or in anticipation of this proceeding?
No.
So for the entirety of the last year, even though you both went through a proceeding last year where you both testified under oath and it was highly, highly publicized, neither one of you, your good friend Carrie Roberts and you, have ever discussed either of your testimonies between that time and this time?
No, we've discussed the case and we've discussed what happened that moment, the moments of the morning, but we have not discussed testimony.
Okay, so let's break that down for a second. I'm talking about, because the timing matters, I'm just asking at this point, if you'll bear with me, just the year from last year at a different proceeding to this year, you have discussed this case?
Yes.
With Ms. Roberts?
Many times, yes.
And you've discussed the specifics of her memory, which would be reflected in her testimony, correct?
We talked about what happened that morning.
So you were talking about what she remembers happening that morning, correct?
No, what happened that morning.
Okay, so not to put too fine a point on it, Ms. McCabe, but if you ask me what I had for dinner last night, it's my memory of what I had for dinner last night. Would you agree with that?
Sustained.
Did you talk about her perception of what happened that morning during the last year?
We've talked about what has happened, yes.
Okay, so I'm trying to break it down between you and Ms. Roberts. You've discussed her perceptions and her memory of what happened, as well as, and separate and apart from, your memory and your perceptions, correct?
Correct.
So there have been circumstances in which you and Ms. Roberts have compared, by definition, what she remembers versus what you remember, correct?
I wouldn't say compare.
Now let's move to what would you say in terms of what you've discussed and why?
I would say that we've both talked about what we've discussed, but it wasn't like a comparison. We weren't comparing anything.
You've talked about what you discussed. What does that mean? Talked about your testimony?
No, we've discussed what happened to that moment
Right.
and in those moments. So, you know, oh, when I got a phone call, and that's my story. You know, I got a phone call in the morning, and then Carrie can say, yeah, I got a phone call as well.
As you said, that's your story, correct?
Not my story. It's
Those
the
were yours.
truth. It's the truth.
Okay. So, for instance, when you got a phone call at 4:53 in the morning, Carrie Roberts wasn't there, correct?
Correct.
But you've discussed that with her.
Correct.
And you've told her what your perception of that, your memory of that phone call was, even though she was not recipient to and did not witness that phone call, correct?
I've told her about the phone call, correct.
As well as many other details that she was not privy to personally, correct?
Correct.
Conversations that you've had, for instance, conversations that you claim you've had with Miss Reed, correct?
Correct.
And you've told her what your perception is of those conversations, or your memory was or is of those conversations with Miss Reed, correct?
Which conversations with Miss Reed?
Any conversations. Just anything that she wasn't privy to. You've discussed that with her.
Some things, yes,
Okay.
absolutely.
And conversely, Ms. McCabe, obviously, she's also discussed certain perceptions and memories that she has about this case, and the facts of this case, as she recalls them, that you were not necessarily privy to, correct?
Yes.
Things that may have taken place outside your presence, correct?
Correct.
And that you've talked about things, I'm sorry, she's talked to you about things, now I'm getting myself confused. Y'all have talked about things that were outside of her perception and outside of your perception. And you've shared those with each other.
We've shared our experiences. We've become very close. We both lived through a traumatic experience.
How many times would you say you and Ms. Roberts have discussed your individual perceptions of what you remember happening on the 28th or the 29th of January 2022? How many times?
It would be hard to put a number on that. We talk about, it's hard. We're bonded. We talk about the trauma that we relive every day. Karen called us for help, and we both answered the phone.
And that bonding is the glue that holds you two together. Is this case, correct?
Yes.
So that probably, by definition, is the foundation of many, many, many of your conversations. Wouldn't you agree?
We've grown into friends where we talk about many other things
Sure.
besides the case.
Sure, the movie you saw last weekend and what the kids are doing next week.
Yes, and yes, absolutely. We
Okay,
talk
so-
many different things, just like girlfriends do.
I'm just concerned with and asking you about the subject matter of this case and the details and the facts of this case. You two have probably talked hundreds of times, that's fair to say, about your individual perceptions, your respective perceptions of this case, correct?
This happened 3 years ago, and we've talked about it time and time again. This case has traumatized us, so
And
it's a
talking
huge
about-
part of our lives.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Oh, I'm sorry. I believe it just, I meant traumatized our lives.
Okay. It would be impossible for you two to have had so many conversations about your respective perceptions of the details of that day without that influencing the other person, correct? You've somehow been influenced by Miss Roberts's perceptions and her memories, correct?
I don't think I would say influenced.
Would you say that she's been influenced by your perceptions and your memories?
Objection. Would you say that, Ms. McCabe?
No, I wouldn't.
Next question.
How many times have you met with anybody from the DA's office? And I'm just going to limit the time frame right now in anticipation of your appearance in this trial, yesterday and today.
I'd say roughly 4 or 5.
Can you give me a time frame when those 4 or 5 meetings were?
I don't have dates. I do remember at one point I met with Mr. Brennan. He was new to the case, so I went in and he introduced himself.
How long ago was that? Weeks or months?
I can't give you a time frame. I'm sorry.
Do you think it was last summer?
No.
Do you think it was?
No, it was more recent.
Okay.
Yeah,
It
sorry.
wasn't in the fall of last year?
No.
It was in 2025 sometime?
I believe so, yes.
You think it might have been February, January?
Again, I can't give you an exact, I'm sorry.
All right. I want to talk about the time frames of those conversations, then I'll ask you a little bit more about those conversations. So that was the first meeting that you had was with Mr. Brennan in anticipation of your testimony. What were the subsequent 4 meetings or so that you've had? With whom and approximately what time?
Okay, so another meeting with Mr. Brennan. Are you looking for who was
Sure.
there?
Who
All
else
right.
was there?
I mean, can I give you a general answer? I didn't write down like every meeting who was there, but
Of course.
generally, okay.
Was Mr. Lally there?
During 1 or 2 of the meetings, he was, yes.
Was Ms. McLaughlin there?
Yes.
Was there anybody else from the DA's office there?
The officer or Trooper Tully was there at 1. Trooper Buchanan was there at 1. The witness advocates were there. And again, give or take the particular meeting.
Those are 2 meetings that you've talked about with Mr. Brennan and others. What about the 3rd meeting?
No, I'm sorry. I was lumping a few of them together.
Sure, understood.
I apologize.
How many meetings would you have? Let's just start there. How many meetings have you had with Mr. Brennan and either staff or colleagues?
So after the first initial meeting, I
Right.
would say, again, I didn't write them down. Off the top of my head, I can think of 2 or 3 more after that.
Okay.
Excuse me, first initial one.
So that's either 4 or 5 meetings with Mr. Brennan and some combination of his colleagues, Mr. Lally, Ms. McLaughlin perhaps, Mr. Nelson perhaps, the other employee of the DA's office, and Troopers Buchanan and Trooper Tully.
Correct.
You asked questions about at any of these meetings. I'm just going to lump them all together. Any of
Okay.
these 5 meetings. By the way, when was the most recent?
Last night, I had a Zoom call in regards, I think the court asked them to.
Yes, I'm going to stop you right there.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to ask a different question, and if you don't mind, I'm just going to lead you through this question.
Okay.
You had a conversation last night. I'm not interested in that particular conversation. That was for a very specific purpose. I'm asking you about everything leading up to, but not including last night's conversation, okay?
Okay.
So let's just leave that one out. You've had, I think you mentioned, either 4 or 5 other meetings with Mr. Brennan and some combination of his colleagues and or law enforcement.
Yeah, and I might have, in the 5, included that one from last night.
Okay, fair enough. Were you asked questions in those, we're just going to call them 4 meetings. Were you asked questions during those 4 meetings about your testimony at the first proceeding last year?
I reviewed I did review some of my testimony, yes.
In what format?
I
A
watched.
paper transcript or?
No, we just watched a little bit of it.
Do you watch your direct examination?
A little bit, yes.
Did you watch your cross-examination?
A little, yes.
Who cross-examined you?
You did.
That was me.
Yes.
And did you watch the redirect or any part of it?
No.
Did you watch any part of any subsequent version of recross or additional questions that you were asked?
I don't believe so, no.
Was there a specific area that Mr. Brennan asked you to look at and review in terms of your direct or your cross-examination?
No.
Did you watch the entirety of the direct examination and the entirety of the cross-examination?
I do not believe so, no.
Were you questioned by Mr. Brennan following your review of that direct and cross-examination?
No.
So he didn't ask you any questions about any of your answers?
I don't, he showed me a dash cam and would ask me to point out who's this, who's that, a waterfall video, is this you, is this somebody? Those were the type of questions that he asked me.
What about any discussion about your demeanor and how you performed in the last proceeding? Objection.
Sustained.
I'll ask it a different way. What about your demeanor? I'm using probably a poor word, perform. How you came across, your demeanor in the last proceeding? Objection.
Sustained.
Did you discuss changing your demeanor in any way, shape, form, or fashion from the last trial the last proceeding to this trial, my mistake. From the last proceeding to this trial, was your demeanor ever discussed?
No, I was just told to slow down, answer the question, and, answer it to the best of my memory.
Was there any discussion about talking about your background, for instance, your family and your children, and being a sports mom, as you talked about in your direct examination?
No, I believe I did that in the previous one as well.
Was there any discussion about crafting your testimony in any way to suggest a softer approach?
No.
Was there any discussion about how to develop your testimony from beginning to end? I object.
Sustained.
Did Mr. Brennan ask you about, or let me ask it a different way, did Mr. Brennan take you through a series of questions, for instance, as almost a test run of questions that you might be asked either on direct examination or cross-examination?
No.
Did you practice your testimony with any member of the DA's office?
No.
Were there any sessions where you sat and was subjected to a cross-examination, like a fake cross-examination or a fake direct examination?
No, there
Anything
wasn't.
like that?
No.
What were the things that stand out in your mind? You said you had at least 4 meetings. How long was each meeting, by the way, ish?
The first meeting, I think, was fairly quick. It was just the introduction.
30 minutes, less than 30 minutes?
I don't want to give a time because I'm not sure.
Okay.
But I was fairly quick, yes.
Okay. What about the second meeting?
Again, I don't know specific meetings, but I can tell you that there was a longer one where I did watch some dash cam video, look at different pictures, things like that.
What kind of pictures did you look at? Other than the dash cam video?
The pictures of John's house.
Okay. The same photos that we saw today?
Yes.
How long in total would you say all of those meetings were? Just taking them all together.
I really can't give you I really can't give you an estimate. I think the first one was fairly quick. The second one, one of them was a little bit longer, maybe a couple hours.
Okay. Then the third one, was that also a couple hours, or was that one fairly quick?
That was fairly quick, yes.
So fair to say between 2, 3, 4 hours total meeting times?
Again, I'd have to probably go back and look at the date and the time. I really can't give you a specific amount of time. I apologize.
Did Trooper Tully or Trooper Buchanan ask you any questions during the course of any of these meetings?
Regarding the case, no, but we did briefly talk about how my kids were, how their kids were.
But they didn't ask you any questions about your testimony, about the case, about your memories, about specific facts?
I do not believe so, no.
During any of these meetings, was anybody taking notes? Ms. McLaughlin, Mr. Lally, Mr. Brennan, any of the troopers?
No, I don't believe so.
So there was several hours worth of meetings with you, and nobody scribed any notes that you saw?
None that I saw, no.
And these meetings were not recorded?
I do not believe so, no.
Ms. McCabe, I'm going to ask you a series of questions about your family because I just want to make sure it's crystal clear who's who. You're married to Matt McCabe, correct?
Yes.
Your sister is Nicole Albert.
Yes.
Nicole is married to Brian Albert.
Yes.
It was Brian Albert's home that you were at, 34 Fairview, that you arrived at where John's body was found, correct?
Yes.
The same home where that late night gathering was on January 28th going into the morning of the 29th, correct?
Yes.
Would you consider yourself to be close with your sister Nicole and Brian?
Yes, very close.
Your families, it's not just you and Nicole, your whole families are close, correct?
Yes, we have a very close family.
How long have you known Brian Albert?
Since I was in kindergarten.
You consider him, even though he is not blood related to you, you consider him family?
Yes.
In addition to Brian and Nicole Albert, you're also very close with Chris and Julie Albert, correct?
Yes.
Just to be clear, and I'm going to do this slowly,
Okay.
Brian Albert's younger brother is Chris Albert, correct?
Yes.
Chris Albert is married to Julie Albert.
Yes.
You consider Chris and Julie family, even though there may not be a blood relation as well, correct?
Yes.
Chris Albert is a Canton Select Board member, is that right?
Now he is, yes.
And the Canton, that's in Canton? I said Select Board member. Did I mention Canton Select Board member?
It is in Canton,
okay.
yes.
All right, obviously it's in Canton. The Canton Police Department reports to the Select Board, correct?
I'm not aware.
You're not aware of that echelon?
No.
Okay. You're aware that Brian Albert, your friend of, I'm not going to say how many years, but since kindergarten, was a Boston police officer.
Yes.
He had been a lifetime law enforcement officer for some 30 years before he retired recently, correct?
Yes.
He's a trained first responder, obviously.
Yes.
Brian Albert and Chris Albert have another brother named Kevin Albert, correct?
Yes.
Kevin Albert is a detective with a police department, correct?
Yes, I believe that's his title. I'm not 100%.
Which police department is Kevin Albert associated with?
Canton.
And you've grown up in Canton your whole life, you indicated.
Yes.
Your entire family has grown up in Canton, correct?
Yes.
And you, Ms. McCabe, have 3 sisters. Nicole, we've talked about. You also have a sister named Shelley, is that right?
Michelle, yes.
Michelle? Mm-hmm. And Denise, who you mentioned in your direct examination.
Yes.
Nicole is also known by nickname, is that right?
Yes.
What is Nicole's nickname within the family?
Coco.
Does Shelley also have a nickname? Well, I guess Shelley is the shortened
Shelley
name
is.
for Michelle, correct?
Yes.
What about Denise?
She's Dee Dee.
Dee Dee?
Yeah, like
Okay.
Deedee.
Your father lives close by in a neighboring town, correct?
Yes.
Don't tell me the town, but it's relatively close to Canton.
20 minutes, yes.
Okay. His name is Tom Weeks.
Yes.
There are, I'm not going to go through all of them right now because the family tree is getting large, but there are children, cousins, second cousins, nephews, aunts, uncles. There's a combination of familial relations within that set of folks that I just talked about, Chris and Brian and Nicole and you and Matt and the folks that we've just talked about.
Yes.
That family, that large family, celebrates holidays together, I'm guessing?
We don't typically, celebrate with Kevin and Chris, but my family does, yes.
Along with Brian, Albert, and Nicole?
Yes, of course.
Birthdays are celebrated within that family?
Yes.
Go on vacations together, I'm guessing?
Yes.
Gatherings like the one on the 28th?
Yes.
Special events?
Yes.
Spend weekends together?
Yes.
You mentioned a lot of sporting events. There's a lot of sporting events that y'all go to together?
Yes.
So it is very, very easy to see that it's an extremely close-knit family.
Yes.
And naturally, you're very protective of your family, as anybody would be.
Yes, I love my family.
You also said that you knew, and your words, liked Karen Reed, my client, on the 28th of January 2022, correct?
Yes.
But she very much is not family, correct?
Correct.
She certainly was not as important to you as your actual family, the Alberts, the McCabe's, the folks associated with them. Is that right?
Yes.
On January 28th, 2022, members of the Albert family and the McCabe family all went to a bar together, had drinks together that night. Waterfall, we've heard a little bit about that, correct?
Correct.
Ultimately, you went back to your sister's house for the after party that we've heard so much about. That was at Brian Albert's house, is that right?
Yes.
You've been interviewed, I think you indicated multiple times, you didn't even give a number of how many times you've been interviewed by police in this case, is that right?
Yes.
Your family is connected to people at Boston Police Department. We've just talked about that. Brian Albert, is that right?
Well, Brian was a Boston police officer.
Right. So when I say connected, there is some familial or family or friendly connection to that police agency, Boston Police Department. It'd be Brian Albert in this case, correct?
The objection sustained.
There's also a connection to the Massachusetts State Police through your family, is that right?
Objection.
So define connection.
Julie and Chris Albert are very, very close to you, correct?
I'm close with Julie and Chris, yes.
You're aware that Michael Proctor's sister, Courtney, is basically best friends with Julie.
No, I'm not aware of that. She's best friends with Julie's sister, Jillian.
Okay, so Courtney's best friends with Jillian, who's sisters to Julie,
Yes.
who's married to Chris, who's an Albert, who's the little brother of Brian Albert.
Yes.
Okay. And Canton Police Department. There's also some connections there as well, Kevin Albert being the most obvious of them.
Objection.
You know what? I'm going to allow that. Do you have a connection with the Canton Police Department?
Not with the department, but with Kevin Albert.
Right, who's a member of the department.
Yes, but my relationship's with him.
Understood. You've indicated that you've been interviewed by law enforcement agents associated with Massachusetts State, with Canton Police Department. That'd be Officer Lank.
Yes.
Can I
and
stop
Officer
you for a
Good.
second and see Counsel at sidebar, please?
Sure.
Before we go on the recess break this afternoon, I do believe this merits a small bit of discussion on the topic. The matters that we've discussed at sidebar concerning emotional responses, I do feel it is important at this point. Mrs. Adelson, when the testimony is occurring or the evidence, I know you may have a natural reaction, but as best possible, you need to control your reactions concerning any head movements, any expressions of disagreement, or any emotional outbursts. The jury must decide this matter on the merits, on the evidence. Do you understand this? Very well. I do not wish to do this in front of the jurors at all, but it's very important that you are able to control your emotions. Do you understand what I'm saying? Does either party need to be heard before we before we go into the lunch break?
No, Your Honor.
No, Your Honor.
All right, please report back at 1:15 as well. I believe we have 3 other witnesses that we can possibly get through this afternoon.
Approaching with stakes 125. Do you recognize 125?
Yes, I do.
What is this item?
This is going to be a brown wallet with its contents that were found in the glove box of the vehicle.
All right, and did the wallet contain Dan Markell's driver's license?
Yes, it did.
And in the exhibit, there's no cash, but there's some cash pictured in the photograph?
Yes.
Was there cash that was seized as well?
Yes, there was.
All right, so based on this, didn't appear there was any effort to take Mr. Markell's belongings?
Correct.
Okay, any evidence that the house was broken into or anything was taken from the house?
Not that I could determine.
Published state 16, please. And 17. And then back to 16, if you would. What efforts were made to document this? What is it that we're looking at?
We're looking at the front driver's door window that was shattered with a hole in it.
Okay. And what did you do to try to document this?
The glass was very fragile because it was broken, so prior to doing anything to it, besides fingerprinting, I would have put clear tape on both sides, the interior and the exterior, just to hold it in place for transportation and collection.
I'm approaching with what I've marked as states 126. Is this the glass that you were able to remove from the vehicle?
Yes.
Is it in the same or substantially the same condition as when you seized it?
Yes.
Move into evidence states 126.
No, Your Honor. States 126 is admitted.
Publish.
Right.
And the glass evidence, is that consistent with a gunshot?
Yes, it is.
All right, right. Did you, as part of your job, have an occasion to photograph Wendy Adelson's vehicle?
Yes, I did.
Was that done the same day that you collected this other evidence?
Yes, it was.
Where did you photograph her vehicle?
Her vehicle was towed to the Tallahassee Police Department.
I'm going to approach and show you what I've marked as States Exhibits 18 through 21. Do you recognize 18 through 21?
Yes, I do.
Are those the photos you took of Ms. Adelson's vehicle?
Yes.
Move into evidence 18 through 21.
Any objection?
No, Your Honor.
States 18 through 21 is admitted.
Publish States 18, please. Publish 19. Publish 20. What is this item?
This was on the front passenger seat of the vehicle, and it is a bottle of alcohol and a receipt.
All right, and did you take a closer photo of the receipt? States 21, please.
Yes.
And what does that show about when the alcohol was purchased?
On 7/18 of 2014 at 12:49 from ABC Fine Liquor and Spirits, or Fine Wine and Spirits.
Did you also go to the hospital?
Yes, I did.
What were you asked to do at the hospital?
Document and collect any evidence.
At the time that you responded to the hospital, was Mr. Markel deceased or still alive?
He was still alive.
I'm going to approach and show you what I've marked as States Exhibits 22 through 24. Do you recognize these exhibits?
Yes, I do.
How do you recognize them?
I took those photographs at the hospital.
Are they fair and accurate photos of how Mr. Markel looked that day?
Yes.
Move into evidence, States Exhibits 22, 23, and 24, Your Honor.
Any objection?
No, Your Honor.
States 22, 23, and 24 are admitted.
Publish 22, please. This is how Mr. Markel appeared?
Yes.
And this was done on the 18th?
Yes. Yes.
Publish the next exhibit, please. This is 23. Why did you take this photograph?
For the darkened area on his forearm.
Why was that of significance?
That is consistent with stippling.
What is stippling?
Stippling is being close contact to a firearm that was discharged, and it's going to be the unburnt gunpowder and gases that leave the barrel of a gun at a high velocity, and it will tattoo or stain the skin.
States Exhibit 24, please. Is this another effort to capture that stippling that you observed?
Yes.
No further questions.
Cross-examination.
No questions, Your Honor.
Very well. Ms. Maltese, you may step down.
This witness is excused, Your Honor.
Please call your next witness.
The state calls Dr. Clark.
Dr. Clark, please raise your right hand, sir. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to provide will be the truth?
Yes, I do.
You may take your seat.
Thank you.
Please speak loudly and clearly.
Sir, please introduce yourself and spell your name.
I'm Dr. Anthony J.